All right, so recording a solo episode, a quick conversation for the Insurance Life and Everything in Between podcast. So we're right at the 11th day of January, almost halfway through the first month of the year. And at this point of the year, most people either haven't created or have already given up on their New Year's resolutions. Now, when you're an individual, self employed entrepreneur, business owner, insurance agent, whatever title you want to use, you don't really come up with New Year's resolutions. I hope you come up with business goals, personal goals, and some challenges along the way. But what I wanted to give you as a framework this morning on a very brief solo podcast episode is some actionable tips for the entrepreneurs that listen in on things you can do to improve your business. You could do all of these and see exponential growth in your business, or you could do one of these things, pick one of them, master it, and move on to the next. But I guarantee after over 8 years of success in the insurance industry, these things are things that I've done and do that if you do one of them, I give you my personal guarantee they'll be successful and helpful to you. So, number one, a 40-hour work week. Seems pretty simple, right? Well, it isn't. The fact is that most self employed, independent insurance agents simply don't put in enough time. Sounds crazy, right? Like if you're working for yourself and you define your success or cause your failure, why wouldn't you work enough? It's the truth. Without having to report into an office, clock in, ask for the day off, clock out, people don't put in enough time. But remind yourself when you're not putting in enough time, all that you're hurting is yourself, your family, and your potential success. Nobody else. But if you do a full 40-hour work week, starting at Monday at 10 a.m., working until 6 p.m., and work that way Monday through Friday, the first 2 or 3 years of your career, you're guaranteed to survive. You'll thrive a little bit sooner along the path that way as well, but you're guaranteed to make it. And here's the cool part. You don't have to do this forever, but you have to do this in the beginning. Now, what if you're listening to this podcast or watching this episode and you say to yourself, I'm not a new agent. I've been doing this for years and I'm just barely getting by. Well, act as if you're new to the game. Start this way and do it now. A 40-hour work week 3 years into your career because you haven't done it yet can still be done. Make the sacrifice, organize your schedule, and put in the time. And if you're 3 years in and you do this for the next 3 years, you'll finally get to where you want to be and you won't have to do it forever. Number two, a disposition mindset. This one's pretty simple. Go into the home as an insurance agent looking for a yes or a no and nothing in between. Go to the door as you're door knocking your leads looking for a yes, you can come in, or a no and nothing in between. I can see a lot of agents that are struggling by not giving a firm yes or no to what they do. By going to the home and getting told, come back tomorrow, they come back tomorrow and they get told, come back next week. They come back next week and they get told, come back next month. And all they're doing is chasing tail over somebody they're never going to sell. Have a disposition mindset and you'll get in front of more people, you'll sell more insurance, and you'll make progress. So go for yes, go for no. Either one is fine. And accept the fact as well that you're going to hear more no's than yeses. Number three, when you're selling simplified issue life products or simplified issue health products like we specialize in with our agency, and you're dealing with cash flow problems, sell something that pays quicker. Maybe you're a Medicare agent that's just gotten through AEP. Maybe you had an average or a below average AEP and the deposits have come and they're not big enough. And you're going to get through January, but come February, you're not going to have enough money. Guess what? If you have a life license or simply just a health license, find a cash flow product. Go back and see the people you already saw who already bought from you, trust you, hopefully, and focus on some cash flow products. Final expense, critical illness, hospital indemnity, accident products. There's a lot of them that you can show your client and they'll want from you. But most importantly, for our final expense folks listening in, if you're having cash flow problems, you need to be more strategic in your product selection. Companies that will give you an instant decision before you leave the home will do you some good, will give you some sanity, will give you some time to do other things. Picking products that pay you within 48, 72 hours next day will do wonders for your cash flow. Let me tell you a quick tip on how I started the business. I started the business working direct mail right away. I didn't mess around. I didn't fool around. I didn't buy bogus leads for months and years thinking I'd make it. I did the right thing from the very beginning. And how did I do it? I wasn't rich. I wasn't sitting on hundreds and thousands of dollars. I got a credit card. I'll tell you the truth, it might work for you. I got a simple, no interest for the first 6 months credit card, and I used that to purchase my leads. And then every time my card was charged, I used the money I had made to pay it off. So I didn't run up a huge balance, but it gave me the opportunity to get leads, go out and work them, make money, and keep it going. But what I also did, another quick trick, is the very first policy I ever sold for the week must and was a cash flow quick product. Back in the day, Forrester's really quick in paying plan right. Back in the day, Transamerica, well, that was kind of a challenge even then. But you get the point. Pick a product that you can write and issue in that first presentation on Monday, and that's going to put money in your bank account, hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, so that you can have your card charged, buy leads on Friday, and keep the cycle going. Of course, you're going to sell more than one policy a week if you're working a 40-hour week, but you have to focus on cash flow if cash flow is a problem. Next on the list, we have ideas and concepts to help you improve this year is to challenge yourself. That sounds pretty simple, right? It really isn't, though. Like if you do the exact same thing last year, this year, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be in the exact same place you are 12 months from now. Maybe that's okay, and that's your choice, only your choice to make. But if you want to grow in business, grow personally, grow professionally, you're going to have to challenge yourself. Do something that's ethically hard. Well, that's hard in an ethical sense. Do something that you don't want to do ethically. Don't go rob a bank. Like maybe you don't want to go work out at 5:30. Maybe you don't want to increase your lead order. Maybe you don't want to ask for referrals or pick up cross-sale opportunities, but you want to grow. So you have to do what you don't want to do. Next on the list, in the sale. I think this is the last one I have for you this morning on our short, brief solo podcast of the Insurance Life and Everything in Between podcast. Do me a favor before I share tip number 5, like, comment, subscribe, or follow. You're either listening or watching this today, and we want to help grow this channel. So like the video wherever you are, subscribe to the channel if you're watching and you haven't already, share this content with the share button in social media, and follow if you're watching this on a podcast platform or listening, sorry about that, on a podcast platform. Number 5, in the sales presentation in simplified issue products like we sell in life and Medicare, say less things. What? I'm selling. Why would I say less? Well, that's probably part of the problem. You can actually have a good quality, viable, qualified prospect and talk yourself out of the sale. Pretty crazy, right? Like you can legitimately say so much stuff, so much crap, so much SHIT that they don't buy. In a simplified issue sale, you need to say what needs to be said. You need to hear, listen to what they're telling you, and then shut up. Here's the thing. Listening is an active function. Listening requires your attention. When you're engaged in conversation with a potential client, listening is so valuable. Now. Listening is not waiting for your turn to talk. Listening is hearing what the person is saying, internalizing that information, and then utilizing that to further the conversation. I can tell you from personal experience, 8+ years in the business, I have sat with tons of final expense clients that simply sold themselves. Like they said exactly what they needed to hear themselves saying, and I was just here to further the conversation and give them an application to sign. Last thing I'm going to say is to say less things, ironically, and listen more. Thanks for watching the Insurance Life and Everything in Between solo podcast today. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, share this information out so we can continue to grow this audience and help people that need it.